Usually it takes 6 years to develop a musical. We did it in 3 months.
It's a gay fairy tale set in the modern age.
We wanted to give the gays a happily ever after, finally.
I can't wait to paint this world and allow people to get in it and get in my brain.
All right, well, I'm Taraj. My pronouns are he, him, his.
My name is Quentin Arispa.
Hi, my name is Rex.
I'm Ren.
What up, it's your girl, Noor.
Hey, my name is DJ on...
So I do multimedia art, but right now I'm leaning into a pop persona project.
And I am a singer, songwriter, entrepreneur.
I'm Greg.
I'm Brendan.
And I use the pronouns he, him.
I also use the pronouns he, him. I'm 25.
And I'm 24. Yeah, right? Yeah. I just turned 24, so I was like, oh, wait, how old am I?
My albums are diaries, and they equate where I'm at. In my head, I just always see you listen to my album and then the curtain goes down. You don't know when that curtain lifts again, who you're gonna see, what you're gonna see, how you're gonna see it. As a theater kid, I am a chameleon. I've learned to take worlds and just adapt to them.
So I started writing songs about my experiences dating people and falling for people that I met in Taiwan, and suddenly it kind of just felt like I had this record, this collection of songs that made a cohesive record.
I just released a music video last week, Let Yourself Soar. That's all about, harnessing our voices, letting go of, self-doubt and kind of defeating our inner saboteur to really get out of our own way and let ourselves come to the forefront.
My last EP was Fruit, and it was this very pop, rap, weird kind of album. I wrote Fruit because I wanted to be very find my confidence, find empowerment, be that bitch, because I still don't feel like that bitch. It's but I wanted to project this energy so that hopefully I would get to it, kind of thing. It was throwing a ball and then running to see if I can catch it kind of energy.
Oh, I have Vanilla Caramel Chocolate. That's actually the first song that we recorded together. Yeah. And that song it means a lot to me because it's really about just accepting that Black people come in all shades and we're killing it in all shades. Just getting away from the whole concept of we're just in one shade of Black. Being light-skinned and being dark-skinned, they're both challenging. Being chocolate, the middle medium brown, it's all challenging. Everybody just has different challenges on the quote-unquote shade spectrum. But if we stop putting energy and effort and emphasis on the shade spectrum and just focus on all of us and just stop talking about shades in such a negative way, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of discourse, color discourse in the Black community as well.
Freedom, which is a personal testament. A lot of people say, is that your coming out song? I'd say in a lot of ways, yes, but in a lot of ways, it's so much deeper than that because, as I mentioned before, it's all about living as your true and authentic self and the freedom and the joy that brings. So,
Afterthought was completely produced by me in my room manically. And that was just because I was just finished my musical and I felt like it was so weird. I felt like I just didn't have my identity anymore. My identity became so deeply that musical that it was just how do I even write normal music after this? How do I go back to talking about how sad I am?
I released the album, it's called Defy. These are all personal stories for the most part, really and truly about my upbringing, growing up poor in Miami and just overcoming obstacles and fighting adversity. And I talk a lot about, actually when you hear the music, it sounds like these are festive or super upbeat songs and you can vibe to it. But when you pay attention to the lyrics, a lot of the songs, they come off as protests. I actually go into the story about my mom growing up as a single mother, basically being underpaid as a Black woman and suffering from domestic abuse and violence and all that stuff and all the things that she had to overcome to raise her children to become the woman that she is today.
I'm about to drop a project called Songs for the Revolution,
And Songs for the Revolution is going to be about like a 10 or 11 song project featuring a bunch of different artists from all over, and just talking about the current times of what it's like to be Black in America right now. Or they can even refer to the past of being Black in America, but it's pretty much just addressing the issues. So that's going to be a crazy project. It's going to be mostly women on the project. I produced the whole thing, and it's a bunch of artists that I respect that I feel that have something to say right now. And it's crazy because the beats I've been sending out, the feedback I've been getting from the artists, they send me back videos and I'm crying listening to the music. Like it's helping them purge. So I feel like if we continue to make the good music we make, it's therapy for the people. So, you know, that's the next big project. And plus with my group, Kin for Life, we got a song called Black in America dropping in July. And Black in America is a song that we actually created like a couple years back when Trayvon Martin and all that, and Mike Brown and all that was going on. But it's still relevant today.
I am personally a drag performer. It's interesting right now because quarantine essentially removes a part of your performance that nobody really thinks about. And it's that the audience is so important within kind of getting feedback and you kind of like playing with the audience. Luckily, there have been some really good drag performances I've been a part of during quarantine. I was girl basking at one point, Tiger King. That was pretty funny. I was also contacted to be a part of the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, but the Zoom version. So currently I just recorded my song, sent it over. We're basically doing this all online, all through Zoom. We're trying to navigate it all together because nobody's really done like online musical.
We wanted to give the gays a happily ever after finally.
It's a gay fairy tale set in the modern age. And the whole point of it was because we link a lot of homophobia with fairy tales because of the fact that when you're a kid, all you hear about from pretty much as soon as you can listen is once upon a time there was a girl and a boy and they lived happily ever after. And there was never an alternate version of that. And so we wanted to contribute our own version and then with our own little flair, the music, and it just became this whole idea of this fairy tale that's set in the modern age, but it follows a gay couple.
There's princes, we have a fairy drag mother, we have...
Yes!
There's like it's called a queendom, not a kingdom, because it's ruled by a queen. We try to have a lot of things involved.
Oh yeah, it's completely written by the gays for the gays.
Usually it takes 6 years to develop a musical. We did it in 3 months. And so I kind of lost all of my mind and I've been spending every day getting it back. I wrote it, I composed it, I sang half of it, I directed it, I did the lighting, I did the costuming, I did the set design. God, they were like, be lucky if 30 people come. We had over 200 people come the first night. And then even more the second night. It's like this thing that you've been thinking about since you were like a kid, you know? And then all of a sudden it's here, and all of a sudden all these people are watching it. And all of a sudden all these people are just saying this dialogue that comes from your brain. And then and they're singing these songs that just like came from your brain. And like people are crying that like came from your brain. And I'm just like sitting, I was like pacing the entire time. Like I could not function or process. And like when it was done, when we finished the musical, I felt like I had a baby. Like I literally physically felt like something like exited my body when it was done. Now we're making a movie. And then one day I would love to just workshop it in New York and hopefully really like actually make a big show with it and just watch it kind of grow and develop.
I think this song, Our Love is Existence, is the core of Fab. It's our way of saying that love is the foundation that we need. And I think that the world only proves that point more as we go on. And we, again, were originally going to release that April 3rd. Then we paused it because of coronavirus. And then all of a sudden the world went even worse. And we were like, wow, we cannot keep quiet. We can't. Yeah. So we called up our team. We're like, look, y'all, I don't give a crap what you say. This has to come out now because this is important. We're not distracting, we're adding. And we are artists and this is our duty.
I mean, it's so strange. I wrote it before I even met Greg. And at the time it was just kind of a more broad, like queer anthem. And then once we met, we dated for about a year before we even started playing music together. And then we started and I'm like, oh my God, this song means so much more, because we're just being a gay couple, just being an interracial couple in this country and being open about loving each other. That in itself, I think, is an act of resistance. And yeah, so we've been working on this EP for about a year, and it's taken a lot of sweat and blood and tears, and it's really exciting for it to finally come out.
People just want to be heard and loved and respected. And I think that if we were to do all three of those things, the world would be a much better place. And that's kind of what this whole song, Our Love is Resistance, is about, is that it's not a message of hate. It's not a message of we need to fight back. It's just a message of we need to love each other more and we need to listen harder. The music video itself was filmed right before, like literally a week before the coronavirus hit us and like shut us all down. And it was literally a protest. It was, it was a protest, but instead of hate protest, it was love. It was human rights, or all this. And it was at Stonewall. And we had everyone you could possibly imagine. We had trans people, we had Latino, we had Black people, we had literally anyone and everyone. And it was the most beautiful thing, because I'm an actor first, and like, I have never seen that many people on a screen be so diverse. And so like, especially now, this video is so relevant, and we had no idea back then.
I'm still working on this album that is my baby. And I think that this is the one. I think that this is gonna be like the first one that really gets me to this next level, because it's good. And I don't usually like my things, but this is good. Because I healed, I got out of my way. I wasn't doing this to spite someone. I wasn't doing this because I was hurt or because I was angry anymore. I was doing it because I was grateful that I got to even be remotely near my band again. And then I got to just like you just become grateful for completely different things. And so it wasn't about me and my pain and like, it was like I could finally see externally, like I could finally see outside of myself and be like, no, this is gonna heal other people. This is not about me anymore. It has nothing to do with me anymore. I don't know, it's so weird, so different. And I'm really excited to just like get to be in that character, like get to kind of like put the wig on, like there's a whole persona thing that we're gonna be doing. So like just getting to like completely not be myself, just having that kind of moment where I just get to be kind of more like not masculine, but just kind of have this more kind of like dominant energy is gonna be really, really fun.
Everyone has multiple personas that lives within their bodies. We all know it. Like sometimes we feel embarrassed, sometimes we feel like no one wants to see me do this, but like sometimes you just have to just like say fuck it and put on that like put on those glasses and walk around and see what that world looks like. What does it smell like? What is it like? What does the sky look like? Is the sky actually pink in your universe? Is the trees actually blue? Like does the music sound like XYZ? Like really just enjoying enveloping yourself into that world. It really offers you just so much freedom. And like that's really like when you look at my social channels, when you look at my music and my the way that I, my persona of self, it's really just that. It's just like me just like trying on a persona and just being like, here it is, hi, welcome.
And people go like this, and my music goes like this. I'm never gonna stick to the same genre. It's just not gonna happen. I just want people to be so excited to be like, I don't know what this bitch is gonna do, but I just like can't wait. I can't wait to like paint this world and like allow people to get in it and like get in my brain.
Keep on supporting a lot of Black artists and musicians, and not just by streaming, because I feel like people think if you're streaming a song, you are supporting them, but it doesn't do that much. I feel like just even going above and beyond, going to their shows once they can have shows, going to buying their merch, supporting a lot of Black drag queens and trans artists.
Merch is actually so helpful because it's money directly into their pockets. So if you directly want to help, even if you just want to donate, I'm sure if you reached out and said, hey, I don't really want the shirt, but I want to just donate to you, they would probably do it.
A lot of artists have GoFundMes and all kinds of things that you can donate.
That's money directly in their pocket, whereas a lot of the other ones are there's percentages
streaming,
taken out
especially
and
the
stuff.
label, and it gets so convoluted.
Just keep watching because we just gonna keep getting better and better and bigger and bigger.